Hey everybody, this is Dan. This year will be the war recap against Darc Avengers. This year was an arranged war. We came out with the victory, nice 9-star lead. However, total destruction is roughly the same. So what actually happened here in this war was a lot of Town Hall 9s put up a 90-ish% 2-star, and then we threw another attack at, and this happened on both sides. However, our top half, our top like 5-6 players were able to get really good hits on their top side, putting up the nice 2 stars. So we had more drop down availability, so we were able to get a couple more stars. But that's about it. I think it was a real good war on both sides. They had some really good attacks. Able to put. I like this. I like this attack from Kratos Rising here. But I got so many. Here to show that we just need to get on with the replays. Our 6-star war hitters will be Mills and T-Bone with the drop down, Ramsey with a one first attack 3-star, and then LaForce and Nando able to jump high on the map. Putting up some really good cleanup 3-stars. So let's check out this one here from Joey. This here's a first attack. And Joey here, he just recently went to Town Hall 10, keeping his heroes at 30-30. And he is going to hit this base with a Queen Walk into a Mass Valk with a little bit of Hogs. And the Hogs are kind of going to run the flank here. And we're just going to have to pray to the spring gods that it works out. Now, really well thought out attack here. Going for the 3-star on the very first attempt is just a good way to like set yourself up right on the cleanup. So I support that idea. However, the clan castle here is kind of offset, so we need to engage this base from the left side using a couple more hogs than we wanted to, and that puts us down at just 5 hogs. So I wish we would have had a couple more. But the CC's rolling out. Unfortunately, it is a golem and a balloon. Now the golem arrives first, absorbing hits for the against the queen, allowing the balloon to drop like 600 damage hits on it, pretty much forcing you to use the ability here. In addition to, she's just got to try to get up there and shoot it, but she just can't, man. She gets stuck on Golemite. So really good CC composition there. A smart play of pretty much requiring a poison, otherwise you get screwed over. Hindsight's 2020, rolling these bases. Maybe we could have put a wizard on it. Whatever it might be. Now we're actually just running really tight on wizards here. They're here to develop the funnel, and we're mass valking it. There's a ton of valks there. They're all max level, so we are going to slam into this base using double rages, or actually just one rage. Sorry, we already used one. We're going to hit this base with the rage. The valks are going to magnet on in there. The Inferno Towers are nasty, but they are just kind of annoying at this point. Hogs are running the left, and we're going to pray to the spring gods that we don't hit those, and they're going to help us do our funnel there. But there you go. Spring gods failed us, and they go flipping. So the Valks are all pretty low health right now. There's so much splash damage being hammered into the core of this base, and the Queen just arrives to cut these defenses. The Valks run ahead doing their Valk business, and our BK did a lot of tanking for us, so he is very low health, and our Valks are now going to swing on that wall, just getting hammered, and the Queen will finally arrive way too late. We're losing Valks right and left, and this attack's going to slow way down. I'm going to give you the 2x for it. We just got so many videos to show today. But there you go, man. Nothing left here but a cannon. Queen should take it out, but the cannon's kind of offset, so the Queen was going to advance up on all those like gold mines, gold storages, and we're just not going to see the 3-star here. However, I believe the base was beat. We just could have maybe sped it up a little bit. The Town Hall 10 game, I wish they would have kept the 30 seconds, but it is what it is. Really good fight there, Joey. And then we're going to check out this one here from Methodon. I think what makes this attack unique is that replay ends in 3 minutes and 1 second, so the attack begins now. So we have almost a 3-minute here kind of gameplay here. We're hitting it with the Mass Valks. There's going to be a couple loons, but really it's just Mass Valks, a couple golems. I call this the Beto attack because he got really good at this, and we're trying to emulate it a lot. So really strong walls in this base. We got the 4 heals, and these Valks are going to roll in there as a nice death ball. It sends in the breakers. I'm not sure if that was a mistake to send them in that late, but they all pretty much suck and die. The Lava Hound, the CC, is great for these Mass Valk attacks because it's almost like it doesn't exist. However, a Queen gets stuck to it, and a couple Wizards, and they're going to chase it all throughout the base. So instead of actually shooting anything, they get stuck on the stupid lava hound, and then they just tail it through the base. However, the two loons that we brought are going to help us clean out the queen side of this compartment on this base, and they're going to knock out a few of our defenses. So that's really handy. Smart play there, smart thinking. I like the modified Govalo to the anti-3 concept. However, there's really not a lot going on with this base. We got a wizard at top. He's going to help us out. He puts down another wizard because he's like, oh my god, look at this clock, and I have nothing else left on the board. The BK is dead. We got a golem helping us out. There's a couple barbs, but they got nothing on that wizard tower. And our queen has no healers. We're looking pretty sketchy at this point. We're looking really sketchy. But our queen is big. She's got level 30. And she still has her ability. So we're looking strong, actually, in terms of as long as the queen does not get chewed up by that X-bow, we'll be looking really good. Luckily, with these kind of attacks, it's kind of like a go wipe, when you think about it. Luckily, with these kind of attacks, the queen usually has a golem that kind of hangs out and doesn't die because the Valks ran ahead. So usually you end up here toward the end where you still have your queen, and the golem's doing its golem business, banging on a wall, and then you actually close up the attack. So really, if you didn't bring the golems here, I don't know if he'd still have the attack. But I think that if you had maybe he popped the queen ability there just to put some archers down the board, help him out with the continuous DPS. Because at this point in the attack, we still got a heal spell. I don't know if we just forgot to heal the Valks, but sometimes, man, they're just moving so fast, you don't even know what happened to them. They run off. The stupid thing with the lava hound is what it is. Going to give you the 2x here. He closes up this attack using the heal in order to sustain the queen, even though it's at a greatly diminished rate. A 30 queen can take on that Expo in the state of that heal. Would have lost the attack otherwise. Oh, and also he only had about like half second there to spare. I got more for you. We got nothing too fancy going in with the first attack. I don't even know what to call this. We got 5 dragons. We got 4 loons. We're going to bring 2 golems. And we're going to bring, I think, 1 lava hound. I don't even know what to call this. Go drag? I don't even know. Using minions here to do some cuts here at the bottom. And we're going to send the heroes in through the top. So I don't even know what to call this. We're just cutting stuff down right now. Getting free stuff for only 2 camp space. I mean, that's not too bad. We won't have to get it later because there's a lot of stuff there. So the wall breakers go in, and smart placement on the wall breakers. He put them down after that one building there was destroyed. So it's forcing our units into the base, and that queen's gonna pop that. See, there you go. You just got to play with it sometimes. So the 2 golems, man, one of them was going to hang on the wall, so we had to use a jump at this point in order to force the second one on in, because we want them on in here. We are going to try to clear pretty much all of the air defenses using this method here. He just brings them on in, putting down wizzies or engaging that CC. The CC is a bunch of weird stuff with like some goblins. There's a witch, a wizard, just everything. Kind of late poison, but it goes down. And it just kind of gets them. They're doing their little poison dance. And then we end up with the quad Tesla was here on the front side. So our dragons, of course, he puts down a heal for them. The dragons don't hang out. They just kind of go somewhere else. Then he's like, oh, really? Really? So he puts down a lava hound to get in there. And finally, the lava hound's tanking. So he's like, okay, cool. Still costs me a dragon, though. Puts down the loons, and they get absolutely slammed by red airmines. So we already lost half of those. What else is there? Oh, another airmine. Thankfully, the dragons burn down the air defense, so that way our golem can transition on over and actually do some tanking. Still eating red airmines. Still losing them all over the place. And, gotta have to rage. Raging the dragons. Dragon gets destroyed. Lava Hound goes in. Oh, Lava Hound took too much damage. Lava Hound gets popped. Lava Hound gets all the pups destroyed. We're actually running really close here on time. The BK finally steps up with the other hero, and with the queen still having her ability, she's able to knock it all down and get the job done. Swagging, but just see the poison drop without actually seeing the circle. Man, that was close. Alright, the first attack, man. First attack. This is what it takes, man. Jeez. Alright, so we got number 16 here, Jazzin. This attack was ridiculous. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, is he still doing the Queen Walk and the Law Loon? Yeah, but he modified it quite a bit here for this attack. Puts down the one barb just to trip the CC. That gets a lot of the units out here, but he had kind of like a mass unit in the CC, just tons of like little units, so that way you can't do this, which is what he's doing. Look at this. We got the BK with like I think that's 1 or 2 Valks. They roll on in. He chops down both the heroes, going to BK butt kick mode, and that's it, man. Got both the heroes for like next to nothing. So not really a good compartment there for them. Lots of little stuff popping up. And you just try to put down some minions to help him out with the cuts, but we got all this junk flying up, and he just doesn't want to see the queen hang out on that town hall compartment. So he's putting down a couple minions and just having her kind of advance forward. With this kind of base where it's separated, you're kind of like a free wall break, and you can go into a base with a queen as long as you get your cuts down. But we don't have any whizzies, so he wanted to have all this stuff kind of cut out of the way. But it is what it is. The queen does get hung up on this stuff, but she does eventually move on in. We do got minions down south. They're helping us out with the future cleanup by just cutting stuff that, it's all good. It's all good. So our queen's going to actually nail a Tesla. Archer towers going down. We're knocking out both the air sweepers, and we're going to knock off this last air defense here. So we're looking really good. We're looking really good even on time. Because, like I said, we didn't really actually need to clear that much of the base, and the heroes are already checked out, so, we're good on that. So he starts putting down, he is concerned about time, but, he knows he has his air defense here in the bag. So he does put down his loons right now, and gives him the rage on the queen, keep her up. So she's going to knock out the right side of the base, and we're just going to law loon in the rest. And all you're doing here is you're just putting in the 2-drop. Sometimes you get the random scatter. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about that. Unfortunately, though, our loons are popping that very south one. They're actually going to eat that wizard tower, and then boom, boom. Actually, don't kill it, but that's okay. That's okay. The way how you just want to kind of be patient. You don't want to rush it. He's keeping the loons. We got loons still in the bag. He's crushing it. Just crushing it. I mean, I think the commentary's over at this point, guys. He's just putting down the extra loons just to get him on up. Get him tanking so that way he doesn't lose any pups, but there you go. Crushes all this. The queen runs the entire freaking base. Pretty much swagging that rage. Didn't even need it, but just hurrying it all up. Getting that 3-star. Actually, that was a really good tag. I didn't see that one live, but I really like that tag. Getting another one here from Beto doing the special. Instead of running 18 Valks, he's going to run 17 here, a couple more wizard. The extra wizards there are actually going to help out clear stuff or help us out clean up a little bit later. And, I did say earlier it's kind of like a go wipe. It kind of is. It kind of is. I mean, I'm not going to say it's a go wipe, but, I guess it's what Supercell wants. You slam a base, you can send golems on in, and as long as you got big heroes, man, you probably punch it down. It looks sloppy as hell. But this here's a little bit scary. Is engaging a CC with this kind of attack, because that loon drop actually does like 600 damage or something like that. It's pretty significant. So if you get like a couple of those to all do a big drop, your Valks are done. And then the attack is done. That's not good. So there are like large compartments on this base that are roughly the size of a heal spell. I love that for mass Valks. So Valks are going to just kind of push on through. They're going to get glued to that golem. I mean, not golem, the BK down south. And with that, it helps them stay into the base. It helps them pull them right on in. We got golems wandering around the outside. I don't know what the hell is this, what's actually going on here. But there's so many Valks that, you still got to heal. And what's left of this base, man? 2 Archer towers, a cannon, a Tesla, 2 Wizzies, 2 cans. There's not that much, considering that we still have golems advancing to the front to absorb everything. So we're actually going to see that here in a second, where if you look at the top side, you'll see the BK, he's just stuck on the wall, and the wizard tower cleans off all of his little barbarians and the Valk that he was traveling with. Our golem's not helping us. They're banging on walls. Like golems do. But he actually saved a couple breakers here, and he sends them on in, but they get zapped by the lightning from the wizard tower. However, the golem that traveled around this base is actually going to step up, and they're going to absorb attacks that were, like let's say you didn't have level 30 BK like most of us, the BK would be dead, and then you'd have this golem tanky, and you still have the queen, you still have a storm of Valks about to advance into space. I don't know, man. I think it's 3-star formula, coming up with the swag poison. It's always good to have 2 poisons though, especially if you're going to press into a base like that, because if there's a dragon, you just drop both and rapidly advances Doom. Let's check it out, man. We got Nando. He's also rocking the Govaho, and we're going to double jump the sucker. Now, double jump is always risky because, or even quaking is always risky because you're running low on heals. But check this out. Check this attack. I think this is a really sweet attack. He really thought about how to engage his base and how to engage it right. You're setting in all the Valks, the BK's going in, the heroes are going in, the CC's now coming out. Now the CC's a bunch of nasty stuff, a lot of little stuff that Valks are just going to run up and pop, but we do have little annoyances like witches in those 2 balloons. So we got all these distractions, and I think that we actually lose a large amount of Valks right there. Actually, they went to low health, but he compensated there with the heal, and we're doing this double jump thing, so we keep the Valks advancing forward, and really that is the attack. That is the attack there, because the 20 or so hogs that we're going to run are going to have tanks by, this is the theory, by bringing the golems down south. Now we do engage a Tesla farm down here, and he does not have any more heals. However, we're looking at 20 some hogs. Now we're losing them by the second, but they arrive at defense, they swing, defense is dead. So really there's not a lot of uptime on that. The momentum here is just massive. So our BK's dead, and our golems are just banging on walls. However, there's enough hogs there where it just gets the job done, even if you were running low on heals and stuff. And with wizards and all that, running the outside, running the gap, it's, we're gonna have the 3-star here. It's in the bag. So smart play there. Good thing there wasn't a lot of wizard towers down here, but I'm sure he thought about it. There's a lot of smart play here. And Golem's not that helpful, but everything else was real smart, man. I think there was 20 hogs. He did one with 20, and then he did another one with 14. So bringing the Govaho in for the 3. He did a double jump, double heal both times. Yeah, 20 hogs this time. Let's see, got another one here. All right, another replay here. Replay ends in 3 minutes and 1 second. 3 minutes exactly. Exactly 3 minutes. This here's a cleanup on this base. It's kind of a funny design, but I really like the concept here. We talked about what sending Valks in like the mass quantity was. You kind of want to pinch a base, or you gotta do kind of like the go wide method, and that's what we were seeing with like Beto and all them. Is you want to push into a base either using 4 heals, or you just want to kind of grab them. Now, I don't think I would have done this attack exactly this way. I think I would have breached this compartment with wall breakers and sent the queen in, because having the queen and all of the healers alive, and actually have her go into the base a little bit. Oh, actually he does here. Maybe that was a different replay. So there you go. Smart play by God. And moving on in. Gets the expo. I think we're ready for the next part of the transition here, right? We did get the CC. Alright, so a little bit of a delay there. Could have cost him the attack, but we get the golem down, get the funnels. Funnels are happening. Still waiting for the Valks. Alright, we're watching we got breakers going down out of the CC. So our 3 Valks tail off from the CC up top, but that's okay. They're going to help clear stuff. And we engage the Tesla farm right from the get-go. We're bringing the double jump here, because what he wants to do is kind of steer his Valks across the base rather than just have him like roll into like random stuff. So we're hitting the double jump, topping them off in the middle, and then the end in the queen compartment. Hits him with the poison, so the heroes are practically worthless. But honestly, there's so much damage from the Valks there that I don't think they would have done anything anyway. So now the Valks are like, oh, look at all this good stuff outside the base. And they take that jump and run outside. And we have a couple hogs here, but we're going to do a little prayer to the spring gods. But, and it doesn't work. However, the queen on south she's doing her thing down there. She actually cleaned out all that, and then she doesn't doesn't clean out all this. We are engaging like giant bombs and all that. So the healers are going to go. The golem is nearly dead up top, and meanwhile the Valks and the BK are just running around doing nothing. Now he does have the hero abilities on both heroes, so we do have the capability to take this base no matter what. However, we're down to 25 seconds left on the clock, so he's like, "Uh-oh." And he rages out the BK, tries to get him to move on in. The Queen's like, "Hey, let me shoot this wall, you know. I could have shot the wall earlier, but, you know, why would I do that? Nope, now I need to shoot a different wall." So that's awesome. And then the BK and the Valks are cruising on in, and I wish I had half speed for you, because what happens is, boom, watch this. We got 2 seconds left. If these were hogs, they would not actually complete this swing and actually do damage. But there you go. We got a full health air defense. Watch this. We got enough Valks there. They come on in. They're able to swing right away. And then that's it. Because the Valks, the way how they work is they arrive at something and they swing right away. They don't have to like wind up or anything. They just arrive and they swing right away. That's how they worked them in the new patch. So I guess the guy's name's God. God has patched the things for that one. Here's another good one from LaForce coming on up, or actually coming down a little bit, but pretty comparable base. Really good layout here, anti-3 concept, and he is going to just beat this base up using kind of a similar thing what we've seen here in the video I came out with earlier about the Mass Valks, but he's actually going to hit it with Mass. It's kind of like a Mass Valk and a Hagen. He's got a variety here. I really like how there's a little bit of variety. If you're going to use Valks, you don't have to use the same thing all the time. It's flexible, so you can use different varieties when you're attacking these bases. But we're hitting it with the Queen Walk, and he's moving on in. He's going to engage both those Expos here real soon if we don't get some Valks and stuff happening on this base. But he tries to put a hog in there and to pull the CC because he wants to engage a CC prior to the Expo, and he just managed to pull it off. But here we go. We got the rage. We got the poison down. The Queen's going to nail all this stuff, and now he's going to move on in. So here you go. We got the funnel happening here with the minions up top. We got the one healer thing going down, the kind of topper Valks, and we're going to hit the Queen with the poison. Just because we had extra poison there anyway, we didn't decide to use it earlier. The Valks arrive at something. Look at that. 2 full swings to destroy a town hall. But I think there's only like 9 of them there. The damage on Valks is just absurd. He's using this jump to steer him, and that wizard on back, he's going to help us kind of knock out a few things. And the Queen's going to help him stay on track in herself here, because she has cleaned out all that. So the Valks will stay here to the right side of this base and stay a nice tight funnel. We still have another heal. There it goes. It goes down, just as he engages this last set of units here. I think we could have delayed it even further on that heal, but you know, whatever. The couple hogs roll on in, and they do not survive. However, we still have a Queen. We have healers. All the air defenses are down, and we have a storm of Valks. I think almost every single Valk survived, and they're running the outside of this base here with some Wizzies, cleaning it all up. Man, this attack just went so well, so to plan. It's absurd. So really good swing there. I like everything about it. A+ attack. Probably one of my favorite attacks in the war, but I'd have to give it to Ramsey on this one because we had 2 bases. One that Betzel hit on 17, and we had this one here that defended 4 times. So this here, well, defended 3 times. This here was the 4th attack, and Ramsey was like, "I want to use some witches," and we talked about it. We came up with this plan. Now I came up with a draft. He came up with the final, and here's what my draft was. I'm gonna put a Queen on the top side of his base. I didn't really have much for the cuts going on here, so he modifies a little bit, check the ranges. He's like, look, I can just bring an archer here and get these camps cut. However, the camp on the right needs to be cut so the Queen will advance into this base here after he breaks it. So I think it was like one wizard if you can get it done, but sometimes due to placement or their weird movement, pretty much you need to blow it, and then you need to drop the breakers as the archer tower is still there. That way the breakers want to break that section of the wall. Other than that, they'll have something stupid happen. They'll run off to the right and get shot by the archer tower. So we only need a poison here because we knew that there was a dragon in the CC and not a lot of threat happening. And that allowed us to use 4 heals from this base versus using a rage or something. And we pretty much cut this base up. So on this side, I said use a BK and a couple Wizzies, and the Wizzies will shoot over the wall, knock out a couple things. And that, other than that, man, you pretty much slam down mass Valks here. And I wanted to use something like 18 Valks. I think we have a little bit less here. I think we got 14 plus 3, yeah, 17 Valks. We got some CC Valks. I wanted to heal them roughly around here because this here's a DGB spot, and then on the north side next to that Northern Expo, that's the other DGB spot, which our our Queen has taken out for us. So we're good there. The BK was just for sacrifice, so he's done. That's fine. He modified this a little bit by putting up some loons, and he even brings a haste for him, so that's sweet. Smart play there. With the modified, loon in the front side, man. I've seen that twice this war, and I love it both times. They even eat this heal to kind of top them off, but they're not part of the main part of the attack. It's just made to reduce damage on the Valks as they run around the outside of his base. Because at this point, they have nothing really to pull them in, so they're gonna go outside for a minute. But they'll come back here in just a second, and we're looking really good for this attack because we still have healers on the Queen. Now the healers are getting nailed, but that's fine because we have almost every single Valk still on the board, and they're just running this base. Look at that. They arrive, they swing once, they swing twice, it's gone. Get a max wall in there. Look at that. They've already chewed it in half. I mean, look at that. They're able to clear a wall faster than the Queen is able to clear level 2 Expo. So there you go, man. That's the attack. Smart play, smart modifications. GG to Ramsey. Well executed 3-star. Got another one here. Last one for the day. Gonna show the one here from Dixon. Now this here's a first attack 3-star, so we're gonna see some craziness happen, but that's how it is. I got a base here. Now this base here is a Town Hall 9. It's got some 16-20 heroes, but the defenses are just kind of ho-hum. So kind of Town Hall 8 kind of defenses. However, we got some smart play here. We're hitting it with the Queen Walk. We're going to use the giant healer trick to tank for us, and then maybe use that healer a little bit later in the attack with our Mass Valk. He also brings 3 little hogs, and then the hogs are actually made to pull the CC. Oh, this was the attack. So I would have wall broke here at this point in order to send the Queen into a compartment in order to not have her be destroyed by air defenses, and that's exactly what's going to happen here in just a minute. But whatever, hindsight 2020. Small modifications do mean a lot for these kind of attacks. Town Hall 9 game is like solving a puzzle, man, Rubik's Cube style. So our Giants are staying alive pretty well with the healer. We do lose one, but that's okay. We're actually looking for a little bit of attrition there. That way she can switch over to Valks, and they're like, oh, hey, I want to help you guys. So we're looking really good there. See, she's already switched the Valks, and the Valks are moving on in. We got a nice funnel here. They're moving on in. The Queen's handling that CC, and I think he needs to use her ability right now, and he does. Boom, CC's gone. They do get the drop on her, and she loses all of her healers. So we're not looking too good there on that Queen. The Queen's going to fizzle out, unfortunately. But it is what it is, and man, I'm saying that way too much in this video. It just is what it is. Now, the Valks are actually cleaning this base out, and our BK arrives into the Tesla farm. Pretty scary there. He arrives there with some ladies himself, but he is just stuck on that wall. He has to blow this. Luckily, he got the wizard tower down in that compartment, and he's able to cut all this stuff down without losing any of his little barbs, and his little barbs will be able to chop down the Tesla farm there, and we're looking good on that side. So we're looking good on the top side. We're looking good on the bottom side. Nothing left in this base but a mortar and air defense. That's a 3-star hit, man. Putting the swag down. That's it. I would have healed the BK. Hindsight 2020. That's it, guys. 3-star hits. Good work on both sides. And that's it, man. Kind of a long video, but really good war. Alright, guys. Later.